In the dim glow of the silver screen, where laughter and romance intertwine, lies a realm of cinematic magic that captures our hearts and tickles our funny bones. Imagine the moment when two characters, fueled by a mixture of attraction and absurdity, find themselves in the most cringe-worthy and side-splittingly funny situations. These instances of awkward intimacy transcend the ordinary, taking us on a roller coaster ride of laughter and suspense that leaves us simultaneously blushing and bursting into fits of giggles. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we will talk about some of the best comedy movies that give you this feeling. On number 5, we will talk about Friends with Benefits. Friends with Benefits is a very successful romantic comedy starring Mila Kunis and Justin Timberlake. It tells the tale of Dylan and Jamie. While Jamie is a recruiter in New York, Dylan is a director for a tiny firm in Los Angeles. When Jamie contacts Dylan about a job working for GQ in New York, their paths cross. Dylan decides to relocate to New York City, and since he knows no one else there, he creates a peculiar type of connection with Jamie, one without ties, and they simply use each other for solely sexual intimacies. Friends with Benefits is your standard sex comedy, romance, or love tale that you should be watching right now, with a lot of sexual innuendos and allusions to one's private parts, as well as plenty of nudity. On number 4, there is Eurotrip. Eurotrip is a near-perfect example of a film that critics despise but young viewers like. In a normal travel adventure premise, it features sex, men's jokes, occasionally objectification, and some truly weird moments of enjoyment. Eurotrip basically has all the components of a fantastic sex comedy. That being said, the film's main attraction is the exotic locations of Europe, where the film was filmed, and the seductive nude ladies, who are a sight for sore eyes for many. The plot centers on Scotty, an Ohio teenager who travels across Europe to see his German pen friend Meek, while encountering bizarre and amusing incidents along the way. For many others, Eurotrip is so terrible and hallucinogenic that it's excellent, the guilty pleasure associated with a sex comedy. On number 3, we will talk about The Girl Next Door. Featuring the likes of Emile Hirsch, Alicia Cuthbert, and Chris Marquette in major parts, The Girl Next Door was a film that was lambasted by reviewers when it was released for its similarities with Risky Business, another sex comedy. However, it has now garnered a cult following due to its unique idea, however meager it may be. The narrative of the picture was every living man's fantasy while growing up, particularly while one is in high school, which is why it worked with males. The narrative centers on Matthew, a high school senior whose world is flipped upside down when a stunning girl named Danielle, a former porn star, arrives next door. The plot revolves around Matthew and Danielle's love-hate relationship. On number 2, we're going to discuss Knocked Up. Knocked Up is one of the most successful sex comedies of all time, grossing more than $200 million in worldwide box office revenues despite being made on a $30 million budget. The plot revolves around Ben and Allison. While Ben is a laid-back individual who spends his time drinking, using cannabis, and working for a celebrity porn website, Allison has just been promoted while working for a cable television station. Ben and Allison meet at a nightclub, hook up, and have some fun with their sex. A few weeks later, Allison finds out she may be pregnant, and the remainder of the film revolves around their love-hate relationship and whether or not they should pursue parenting. Knocked Up has long been regarded as one of the finest comedies of its generation, and it is without a doubt the best film in which Seth Rogen has featured. On number 1, we will talk about Easy A. Another adolescent comedy starring Emma Stone, Easy A tells the story of Olive, a high school student who pretends and lies about being a stud, but is really a virgin. Only Olive's buddy Brandon is aware of her actual situation, and in order to portray Brandon, who is gay, as a straight stud in the eyes of the whole campus, Olive and Brandon pretend to have sex. While every man in college is gradually using her to pretend to have sex with in order to boost his popularity in college, she is asked to leave school for her behavior. Easy A is definitely the best-in-class adolescent comedy, and Emma Stone delivers the performance of a lifetime. These movies do more than just make us laugh. They remind us that even in the most hilarious mishaps, there's a sense of authenticity that speaks to our shared experiences. Have you ever experienced a real-life encounter that felt like it was lifted straight out of a comedy movie? How did you navigate through it?